Now please listen. So under this exam, this order, that is polydota, we have to study about one animal, that is a manis. So you may have seen about this manis. So this here you can see some of the important characteristic feature of the order. That is, they are having a overlapping body covered with overlapping horny scales. Horny means very hard. That is the meaning of the word horny. So if we look at the scales are very hard. Then overlapping. Overlapping means one above the other, like this. That is the meaning of the word overlapping. And very large. You can notice that it is not like the snake, the scales of a fish or the scales of a snake. Very larger scales are there. So that is another peculiarity. So there is one feature of the Polydota. Their body is provided with a very large overlapping and hard scales. Second feature is that it has a snout that is elongated. So snout is this front portion of the mouth. This portion of the mouth is what we call as the snout, or the projecting area of the mouth is known as the snout. So here you can see that it is elongated, more longer. So a very elongated mouth is there. That is another peculiarity. Then the teeth are entirely absent. That is this animal is mainly, these animals are mainly feeding on ants, and for that they do not require many hard teeth. So that is why they do not have a proper teeth, and teeth are almost absent. Then the tongue is very long, sticky, as well as protrusible. I will show you the nature of the, say these are all animals of the manis. So they have a very long tongue, and that the long tongue is helping and also sticky. And the tongue of the manis is sticky. I will show you. Manis. See here you can see that the tongue may be very long. Maybe in some you can see that the tongue, it has a very large tongue, very long tongue, and that long tongue is actually helping in see, this is the main here also there is no proper picture of the tongue. So remember that the tongue is very long and also sticky, and it is projecting the tongue outside into the nest of an ant, and ants will be sticking on the tongue, and that tongue will be taken into the mouth. That is the way of which prey capture. Now coming to the manis, the meaning of the word manis is one who rolls up. That is a literal meaning of the word, one who rolls up. Here you can see that. It is because of this rolling like boat or rolling like habit of the animal that we are giving it the name manis. Okay. Then it is also known by other names known as pangolin, also known by the name scaly anteater, because it is feeding on ants. It is known as an anteater. Its body has scales, so it is known as a scaly anteater. Now it is mainly present in Asia, Africa are the two important continents where we are finding this pangolin. Then it is an animal that is capable of making burrows. So that is why it is a burrowing animal. Now one important feature is, as I told you about the tongue, it is a long, sticky and protrusible. Protrusible means capable of projected out. And diet or food mainly consists of ants. Ants are the primary food of this animal. Then the head and the body covered with a large here also you can see that there is a very large epidermal. Epidermal scales means scales are formed from epidermis, not from the deeper layers of the skin. So outer layer of the skin known by the name the epidermis is modified into thicker, harder scales like this. They give it a protection because they are primarily feeding on ants. So if we are touching ants, ants will be attacking us. But with an animal which is well protected with the scales, ants cannot do much harm. So in order to protect itself from the body, ants and also from other animals or other predators, the body is covered with the very hard scales. See, if an animal is rolling like this, for a predator like a tiger or a leopard, it is difficult for that leopard or a predator to catch this animal. Most of the animals will be looking at to attack the animal either at the tail region or at the head region. So when an animal is rolling up like this, it cannot find the proper head. So if taking the animal, an entire animal into the mouth is also not practically possible. Then other is that the scales are also provided with the spines are also there. Here you can see that end of the scale there are spines are there. So these spines will be damaging the mouth of the prey, the predator also. So it is a way of protecting the animal from enemies, both from its prey and also from its predator. So that is the reason why these animals are provided with very large epidermal horny. Horny means thick or hard scales. Then pointed snout and tail is broad as well as long. Here you can see that the tail is very long because it is helping the animal to climb and also swing in the branches of the tree. That is why they have a very long tail and able to climb trees. Here you can see that animal is capable of climbing the trees. See here also you can see that. Compared with the size of the animal, the tail is very long and that very long tail can hold the branches of the tree and animal can easily swing on the branches of these larger trees. So that is one advantage of very long as well as large powerful tail. Then body can be rolled into a ball when threatened. So when a predator is going to attack it, the animal will be rolling into a ball-like structure and feigns. Feigns means imitate and feigns death to escape from his enemy. Most of the larger animals like lion, leopard or tiger or other kinds of predator, they will not eat any animal that is dead. So if you give a lion or an animal or other dead animal, most probably that they will not eat unless they are in a zoo. So most of the time, because they think a dead animal, eating a dead animal can be dangerous for the health. So because that animal carries some kind of infection, that will also create problem for the predator. So most of the animals will only eat the animal which they have captured. So when an animal is feigning or imitating death, that will give an impression to the predator that I am a dead animal, better not eat and cause trouble for you. So that is the message that these animals are trying. That is why many animals are imitating or feigning death to escape from its enemies. Then pangolins are threatened by poaching. Poaching means illegal collection, capture of animals used in Chinese traditional medicine. Just like our Ayurveda, which mainly uses so many kinds of plants and some animal product. In China also there are certain traditional system of medicine, mainly using the animal body parts. So they are using this pangolin for making certain medicinal medicine, thinking that they are highly useful. But most of them are not very scientific also. This is one of the most trafficked animal in the world. So here you can see that most trafficked means there are a lot of pangolins which are captured from our wild forest. See, around 1 million 1 million means 10 lakhs. So 1 million pangolins are trafficked or transported illegally from different parts of the world in the name of this so-called traditional medicine. So it is one of the most trafficked animal in the world. Then, so this is an idea regarding the order Polydota and also about the Manis or Pangolin or scaly anteater. Now we come to the next one, that is order Proboscidae. Now in the case of Proboscidae, here you can see that they have a very, Proboscidae mainly consists of elephants. There are two important species of elephants in the world. One is an African elephant, other is an Asian elephant. So these are the two primary categories of elephant, are African and Asian elephant. They all belonging to the order Proboscidae. Now, as far as this order is concerned, their most important feature is the presence of proboscis. Proboscis is this part. This is the extended nose or elongated nose attached with the upper lip of the mouth is known by the name this proboscis. So, upper lip and nose are joined together to form the proboscis. So, the presence of this proboscis is the characteristic feature of this group of animals known as coming under the order Proboscidae. Now, second feature, the skin thick and sparsely covered with hairs. So, if you have ever noticed an elephant skin is comparatively very thicker. But at the same time, all mammals are provided with body hairs. Even in human beings, we have body hair. But in the case of a larger animal like elephant, they still do not have many body hair. The body is almost naked without any kind of hair. So that is one feature that we find in the case of this elephant or proboscidae. Then canines are absent. Canines means if you look at a dog, on either side of the dog there are two triangular teeth are there. They are known as the canines. These canines are not very useful in the case of an elephant because canines are mainly used for tearing flesh or meat of other animals. So elephant is a herbivorous animal. So because of that, they do not have any function for canines and canines are not present. Then molar teeth. Molar teeth means the teeth at the back of the mouth are lophodont. I will show you how a lophodont teeth will be appearing. Lophodont means very long and elongated. Here you can see that this is the this kind of very teeth arrangement is known as a lophodont teeth. See here. See, so this is the type of teeth that we are finding in the mouth of a, see, very long teeth, very much suitable for grinding purpose because elephant is mostly feeding on plant matter like sugar cane, bark, plantain. So that is why they have a very long grinding teeth suitable for grinding purpose. So that kind of teeth is known as a lophodont teeth. Then coming to the eyes. See, if you look at the eyes, they have a very smaller eyes. You should compare the head with the eye. Even in a smaller animal like human being, our eyes is somewhat prominent. But for a bigger animal with a very large head, still its eyes is very small. So eyes compared with the rest of the head, eyes are very small, but ears are very large. See, it has not like the ears of most of the animal, because the ears are mainly used as a cooling organ. You might have noticed that most of the elephants will be moving its ear. It is an attempt to cool the body, and these earlobes will be having lot of thin blood vessels also. So when elephants are moving the earlobes in the air, that will be creating a air current which can help to cool the body. So that is the purpose of very larger ear, and these larger ears are also used for capturing very low sound words because elephants have the capability of sensing very low sound. For example, in the case of human beings, our ability to detect sound is between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. That is our hearing range. So if the sound is very low, if it is below, for example, one person is walking very slowly without foot, without a slipper in on a land, most of the human beings cannot detect that sound. But when we enter into a forest, our footsteps, the sound of our footsteps will be immediately detected by elephants. Because elephants have very sensitive ear, they can detect infrasonic sound. Infrasonic sound means sound below 20 hertz. So that is one feature of the elephant, and these larger ears are helping elephant to receive such very low sound. So that is one advantage of elephant of larger ear. Now let's see what are the important features of this elephant. Here, as you can see from the picture, there are two different types of elephant. This is the Asian elephant and this is the African elephant. Even though they look up here morphologically somewhat same, you can see that the African elephant is always slightly bigger. And three species are currently recognized. Okay, there are three different species of elephants right now. They are African elephant, then African forest elephant, and Asian elephant. I will show you a picture of how African forest elephant may be appearing. See, there is slight difference is there. So this is the picture of an African forest elephant. See, if you look at this is the picture, this is how an African forest elephant may be looking. Here you can see that. So not much difference from African elephant. So this is the nature of an African. So these are the three different species, and the three subspecies are recognized in the case of Asian elephant. African elephant belongs to a genus Loxodonta. Loxodonta is the genus of African elephant. And in the case of Asian elephant, it belongs to three subspecies. One is, you can see the Elephas maximus. Elephas maximus maximus from Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan elephant is known as Elephas maximus maximus. The Indian elephant is Elephas maximus indicus, and Sumatran elephant is Elephas maximus sumatra. These are the three subspecies of elephant. I will show you the picture of this elephant, Sri Lankan elephant, so that you can see. This is an important. This is a photo of a Sri Lankan elephant. You can see that. See, Sri Lankan elephant normally do not have any tusk. Both male as well as female do not have any tusk. That is one important feature of the Sri Lankan elephant. See, generally it's a native, it's a type of subspecies, and I will show you there are some other minor differences also there. It's type subspecies. Yeah, the main feature of the Sri Lankan elephants are these elephants are smaller than African elephant, then largest subspecies. Regarding the tusk, I have some doubt. I was thinking that only 7% of the male bear tusk. That is it. Even though in Asian elephant, Indian elephant, most of the males are having tusk. But there are type of male which we call, I think, Mora or something in Kerala. They do not have a tusk. But in the case of Sri Lanka, here you can see that only 7% of the male, majority of the Sri Lankan elephant males do not have a tusk. 93% of the male elephant in Sri Lanka do not have a tusk. So that is one peculiarity of the Sri Lankan elephant. But only some, there are some elephants. That is, most of the Sri Lankan elephants will be appearing like this. So that is the nature of the Sri Lankan elephant. Now we will see how the Sumatran elephant. Sumatran elephant is also another subspecies. Here you can see that in the case of Sumatran elephant, its scientific name is Elephas maximus sumatranus. It is Elephant maximus sumatranus, and it's a critically endangered animal. You have studied about IUCN. So they have classified it as critically endangered and also placed in the red list right now. Now, its population has significantly declined in the last 75 years. Now, coming to the characteristics of these species of elephant, they are smaller. Tip of the trunk has a finger-like process. The tip of the tongue, that is one important feature. The tip of the trunk, that is this proboscis as a finger-like process. So that is one important feature by which we can distinguish this presence of finger-like process. Their back is convex, that is also common. The females are usually smaller than so the only major difference from Asian elephant or Sri Lankan elephant is this feature, the presence of the finger-like process on their trunk, and that is one of the important characteristics by which we will be able to distinguish it. And the color of the skin lighter than Sri Lankan elephant and Indian elephant. Here also you can see that this is the male Sumatran elephant and this is the female Sumatran elephant. It is more brownish in color. So that is also another peculiarity of the Sri Lankan elephant. So this is an idea regarding the different species of elephant. Asian elephant can be divided into three subspecies. Elephas maximus. Maximus is the Sri Lankan. Elephas maximus indicus is the Indian. Elephas maximus sumatranus is the Indonesian or Sumatran elephant. Now, Elephantidae also contains several now extinct groups, including mammoth and straight-tusked elephant. For example, you might have studied about all these somewhere. If regarding the mammoth also, you have some idea. The mammoth are a group of animals larger than the present day elephant. So extinct genus of elephant. See here also you can see that. So these are the images of mammoth. You can see that they are very larger group of animals. Here you can find a skeleton of a mammoth. And most of these mammoths were living around 4,000 years back. So from a period of 6.2 million years, and they were present in the world for up 4,000. Now many fossils of these mammals have been unearthed from different areas of Europe, mainly from Siberia. Several species of this woolly mammoth. Here you can see that these are the woolly mammoth. See, this is the skeleton of a woolly mammoth discovered from one, I don't know from maybe which area, but they are comparatively much larger than the present day animal, and they were living for about 1.5 to 1.3 million years. So different types of mammoth are the Columbian mammoth are that is present in North America and southern Canada. Then woolly mammoth are present in Siberia. These are the two different types of mammoth. Then just like mammoth, we have also another elephant, that is the straight-tusked elephant. So straight-tusked elephant I will show you. So in the straight tusked elephant. Here you can see that this is the straight tusked elephant. See, they have a very long tusk. So here the straight tusked elephant is that they belong to actually another order. The African elephant are now belong to Loxodonta. This is Paleoloxodon, that is a genus, and this is presently an extinct species. See, the tusk is very long. That is the feature of the straight tusked elephant. Here also you can see that. Right now we also only have the skeleton. This is a skeleton preserved in Rome, and there that is around 30,000, before 30,000 years back, this animal were present in the world. Right now all these animals are extinct, and the weight is around 13 ton. They are also larger giant animal. Mainly they are present in Great Britain and Russia. So these are some of the important. See here also you can find a picture of a straight tusked elephant that was living in the world around 30, before 30,000 years back. So this is an idea regarding the extinct elephant. There are different groups. Mammoth are there and straight tusked elephants are there. Then African elephants have a larger ear and concave back. See, this is the African elephant. You can, if you look at the African elephant, you can see that their back is more concave. That is one peculiarity of the African elephant. Whereas these of this Asian elephant, their back is somewhat more convex. That is a peculiarity of the sea. This portion, this is the convex. Whereas the African elephant, in the case of an African elephant, the back is more concave. So this is there is no proper picture that is showing the back properly. This is a very good picture. So in the case of an African elephant, you can see that their back, see, it is more concave. Whereas in the case of an Asian elephant, you can see that it is convex. So this is one way by which we can easily distinguish an African elephant and an Asian elephant. So that is one peculiarity. Then the Asian elephant has smaller ears and convex or level backs. Then other distinctive features of elephants include very long trunk, tusk, large ear flaps. All these are very clear, and massive legs. See, if you look at the elephant, their legs are almost like the pillar of a building. Very strong, very stout, very thick. And if an elephant is placing its leg on somebody, the person is dead. Even if it is a car, the car is finished. So, because most of the elephant present may be weighing 4 tons or 5 tons. A car may be weighing only 1 ton or 2 tons. That is the weight of most of the car. So, if a 1 ton feet is placed on a car, it will be finished. So, that is one peculiarity. The legs are very thick, massive, and tough, but sensitive. Skin is also very sensitive. That is another peculiarity. The trunk of an elephant, also known as the proboscis, it's a multi-purpose organ. See, if you notice an elephant, the main feature of the elephant trunk or proboscis is breathing. But at the same time, the trunk can bring food into the mouth. So it is with the help of the trunk or proboscis, elephant is eating or feeding, and it can also bring water. You know the elephant is spraying water. So it is capable of taking water in this nose or in this proboscis, and also for grasping some object. That is why elephants are. It's a very strong organ. It can, even though it doesn't have any skeletal support, still the muscle of this trunk is very powerful and can carry a lot of weight also. So that is one peculiarity of the trunk. See here you can see that the straight tusked elephant is there, and you can also see the skeleton of a mammoth. See, mammoth has a very long curved tusk is there, Whereas in the case of straightest elephant, it is mainly straight, not in a carved position. So these are the characteristic feature of the straightest elephant as well as the woolly mammoth or Colombian mammoth. Then they are considered as keystone species. Keystone species means they play a significant role in the ecosystem. For example, most of our sanctuaries are either protecting tiger or elephant because these tiger and elephant are at the higher level of the food chain. So when these animals are protected, for example, if we are protecting an elephant in a sanctuary, we have to keep the forest almost intact. Then if the elephants are surviving peacefully in the forest, that will give an indication that most of the other animals in the forest are also well protected. That is the present day the conservation biologists are thinking. So elephants coming to the Society of Elephant, they have a fission fusion society. That is, they are living in a family-like group. Sometimes this family will be splitting up and forming smaller families. After some time, they will be again merging with a larger family. So that is why fission fusion type of family or social structure is there. So they enter a state of increased testosterone and aggression. You might have heard about must. Must in Malayalam we call it as a madam pottan. That is the must. Must is actually a reproductive time, and during that time, a lot of testosterone will be produced by the elephant, and that will be making the elephant highly aggressive and irritating. So irritated. So during that time, handling elephant may be very difficult and also dangerous. You might have come across several such stories from our different temples also. So the primary purpose of this must is to fight with other male and to get dominance. That is and improve their chance of reproductive success. So they communicate by touch, sight, smell, and sound. Elephants use here you can say infrasonic sound, and they also have a seismic communication. That is, seismic means ground. Seismic means the ground waves are there. For example, if you are standing on a soil, our body may not be able to detect any ground vibration. But for an elephant, they are very sensitive and they can easily detect an earthquake which might have happened several kilometers. Maybe if an earthquake has happened in Tamil Nadu, an elephant living in Kerala can immediately detect that. So that is the level of their seismic sensitivity. They are able to detect this the ground earth vibration to a larger extent. Then elephant intelligence has been compared with that of primates and cetaceans. You know that most of the elephants are highly, they take care of their children very well. They also recognize their owner and also the caretaker properly. So they have a higher level of intelligence. So that is one important feature of the elephant. Then they appear to have a self-awareness. Most of the animals may not be having. They know that who I am, what is my position, and who are my relatives, who are my children. So that is known as a self-awareness and appear to show empathy for dying and dead family members. So that shows a higher level of intelligence. So only few animals are capable of expressing empathy, sorrow for someone who is going to die or dead animal. So that you might have seen in YouTube and TV channels that mother may be usually standing near the dead body of an elephant. So most of these animals are having a higher level of intelligence, and that is why they are showing such kind of emotional need. One of the biggest threats to elephant population is the ivory trade, and other threats include habitat destruction and conflict. See, right now we know that ivory trade is not a big issue because very few people are now for capturing elephant for. But the most important trouble is the man elephant conflict. Every day during now, if you go to the summer season, now it is for rainy season. That is why we are not hearing any story of elephant attack. But when the February, March, April, May months come, we can see that there are several stories of elephants encroaching into tea estate and other areas. So elephant man-human conflict is increasing. But the main reason is that human beings are actually now living in many areas which used to be forest. And elephants have a system of recognizing the ancient tracks used by other members, that forest tracks of the elephant. And Malayalam, Ana Mazhikari, that is how they are calling. And if you put a house there, the elephant may not be thinking that this is my road, why you put a house here? Then they will damage or destroy that house. So this is the problem that right now we are facing. So it is important that we have to move away from some of the areas which were used by elephant as the tracks in ancient period. So this is an idea regarding what are the different features of elephants. Then we have only finished two. One is manis and elephant. Then we have few more topics are there. The hierarchoid is there. I think we will take that in the afternoon class. There is no need. So this is an idea regarding the different features of elephant.